Well, hello. We've got PJ Slots and Entertainment in the house. Hang on just a second.
Can you hear us? Is this on?
Yep.
Okay. Let us know. Give us a thumbs up, PJ, if you can hear us.
I'm sure you can. Sorry about that. I always forget to hit the flip bar on my Sony ZV-1. That's how I live stream. I use my...
Sorry. I thought I had it on silent. Sorry.
And so anyway, I use the Sony ZV-1 for my live streams, and I use StreamYard, so you want to check them out. And but PJ, we love PJ. It's good to see him. And Tater Dom is in the house. And Matthew, and I hope Alyssa's Marshall. Oh, why do I do that?
Know.
Just punch me in the face.
I'm sorry, Marshall.
And I love Marshall because I went to Marshall. So I love Marshall. But it's Marshall and Alyssa. And from Straight Up Sips. And if you haven't subscribed to them, go subscribe to them. If you haven't subscribed to PJ, go subscribe to PJ because, of course, he's got like 3 channels. So, you know.
He's hard to keep up with.
He's
always doing something.
He is. So cheers to everyone. So, and there's my man, Scott. Scott is in the house. And
thank you
Straight
guys
Up
for
Sips
joining
and
us.
Tater Dom.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate y'all coming in. And tonight, we are going to review this old elk. So it's not going to be like the longest video or anything, but we'll see. And then we're going to be live tomorrow doing the finale of the Sweet 16 Bourbon Battle. Mm-hmm. And we've got down to the final 8, and that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
To do.
Looking forward to that. Also looking forward to this. I've been very, very anxious about.
I have too. It's going to be really, really cool. They have, the marketing group for Old Elk Scenario contacted me through email, and they asked me if I'd be interested in, showcasing one of their bourbons online. And so I was like, yeah, that would be really, really cool. So they said they would send us a sample, and they sent us the whole daggone bottle, which I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
And so that was really, I would say the name of the marketing person I was talking to, but I don't know if she really wants to. I'll just say, Lisa, thank you. Mm-hmm. And so that was really, really cool. So I've had a couple of opportunities like that, but that is really neat. And Old Elk said, she said somebody from Old Elk may be here tonight watching. So
if you are, welcome in.
But you guys know me. If it's great, I'll tell you. If it's not, I'll tell you that too. Because we have to be unbiased. We have to. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's good.
And there's Terry Meyer. Good evening, Terry.
After all, it was. Did you move my notebook that I had here?
Yes, I did. I'll get it.
Just tell me where it is.
It's right over there to the left on that stool.
All right, so she moved all my notes. I have them sitting here. So when everybody says they can't find something because it's probably because their wife moved it, it really is true. It really is. Or if she doesn't move it, it's the ghost in the house. Mm-hmm. And that's probably true too. Yep. But anyway, so here's Old Elk. It's a cognac cask finish wheat from Old Elk. And they have the coolest looking bottles. Really cool. And I'm going to try to, they've got this little thing says it's from the Whiskey Advocate. which is Fred Minnick's group. No, it's not the Whiskey Advocate. He does the Ascot Awards, which they did, which I was looking it up. They got a platinum from the Ascot Awards. I think that's Fred Minnick's, but this is the Whiskey Advocate. Says it's the top 20 whiskeys in 2023 and award-winning profile. The most exciting whiskeys of 2023, and it's talking about the Old Elk port cask finish was the number 15. So that's pretty cool. They've got some great stuff going on at Old Elk. Yeah. So, and I have one bottle of Old Elk. It's on the shelf, and that was pretty daggone good. So now I'm gonna. And what's nice is they got an easy opening little piece of plastic right here. We're gonna try out.
That looks like a fancy top.
It is.
Very nice.
And we've got Terry Meyer in the house.
Yep. Say hi to Sue, Terry. Tell her we said hello.
Yeah, and we got good to see him. And that's the piece of plastic not wanting to come out. So let's see. Here's my notes on it. So the mash bill is 95% wheat and 5% barley. So that is very interesting. If you like the wheated bourbons, you will like this probably. And the master blender, their master distiller is Greg, I guess you would say Matzy, M-A-T or Metzy, M-E-T-Z-E, Greg Metz or Metzy. Very famous blender, distiller. But the person that was in charge of this Old Elk wheated cask, cognac cask finish is Melinda Maddox. So she was kind of like the manager of this project. And so it started with they finish it after it's been aged for 6 years. Then they take it out and they finish it in a cognac cask for 1 year, which is a lot different from some of these places that use staves, and they'll put the staves in there, and those staves may only last for 3-4 months, and then they take them out. Yeah. So this is pretty cool that it aged a whole year in this cognac cask. So that is really interesting. And I like that they took the time. That's 7 years total. They took the time to do that. Mm-hmm. So, like I said earlier, the Platinum Award for the Ascot Awards, and this also got the double gold in San Francisco for the World Spirits in 2024.
What PJ saying?
He's looking at my old granny. It says the Walt's previous rating on some Old Elk was Old Elk MC's liquor store pick. It was 108 proof, was an 85. That is a very excellent score.
Yes.
Let's see if this can top that.
Wow.
So that store pick was really, really nice. So
good job, PJ.
Very cool. PJ, he's a YouTube member. We usually don't do cork pulls to our YouTube. We save those for the Patreons, but this one's going to go out to PJ with all that knowledge.
Yeah.
So
homework,
PJ
research knowledge.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and do the cork pull, and I'm going to go out to PJ. They got the coolest corks.
They do. Show the top of that.
Oh, that's nice. That was
very nice.
Pretty nice. Very solid.
Nice pop.
So here's the
look at that
cork topper. Let's see if I can get that in focus somewhere. Come on.
Not focusing, is it?
It don't want to focus. My hands are in the way. I don't know. There we go.
It is.
Isn't that cool? That is cool. Very nice. Very nice. And I'll tell you what. Whew, that cork smells good. Oh my goodness.
I want to smell the cork. Give me your cork smell.
And the bottle, this coming out of the bottle. Oh, that smells so good. I almost get like a little I don't know what, but it's your traditional caramel vanilla is coming out out of the bottle. But let's see, we'll pour it in a glass. And we'll put that right there. I hope everybody's doing good and appreciate you guys coming in. I know a lot of people are watching other channels tonight because it's a big night for the other channels. But
but
I wanted to do this and make sure it was up, and then people can come back and watch it. So it's going to be really good. So let's give this thing a nice swirl. Open that thing up. Getting it all sloshed up.
Yours is all sloshy. I'm not as good of a slosher.
What did we say the proof was? Did we say? I don't think I wrote it down. So
you'll have to take a look at it.
Good Lord. 95 proof. So 47.5% alcohol. Smells really nice on the nose. I do actually now, and I'm not joshing you guys. You know, we don't review notes or anything like that. But I smelled just a hint. Like the first time when I was smelling before I got the flashlight, I got the traditional caramel vanilla. Got a little bit of oak, but then I got this like hint of like some sweet grapes in there, something. Do you get that at all?
I'm getting like,
and maybe it's because I'm thinking it's a cask, but it is coming out. Oh wow, that's neat.
I'm getting like maybe a hint of a sort of a dark fruit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, mine's like a muscadine. I know that's not a muscadine. I don't think cognac's muscadine or anything like that, but
no.
Oh, I love the nose on this. So if the nose is anything, now I've smelled some really good stuff in the past off the nose. Then I go taste it, and we're like, I don't think so. But
I get a little bit of dark fruit, and a little hint of spice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, now I look like I get on the back of that. I can smell that something. Like you're saying, this grapiness, this sweet something with the caramel vanilla. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to have a little sip.
Marshall says, any raisins or dates? Maybe a little raisin. Maybe.
Not for me. I'm getting a lot of sweetness, little tiny bit of oakiness.
Oh, yeah. That's sweet.
Oh, wow. Now that was like
and it's not
a little trickle of honey. And like the oakiness is like this little... It's leaving just a tad of bitterness, nothing like go, upset about. It's just the oakiness. But it's almost like this is weird. It's like a wafer with honey drizzled on it. Like it's like this little, like right mid palate is where I'm getting at.
I gotta do a second sip. Hang on.
Actually front, and then it just goes back. The only thing about this is the finish is short.
And I'm not getting like much heat, which I guess I wouldn't expect for 95 proof, but it's very sweet. And I'm almost like you say, if you mention honey, I get a little bit of the honey in it, but it's almost like you get a little bit of the sweet from the honey, but it's like a honeycomb.
Like the cereal. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like this, but it's like
cereal.
What this put me into mind is like, if you go to the store, and I can't remember what brand it is, but it's like these little bee things that the little wafers,
Yeah.
like it's little thin wafers that you can buy, and it's like, that's what I'm getting. It's like this, but a honeycomb, like honeycomb, won't you be my thing? It's not that sweet to me. Right. That's what I'm thinking. It's more like that little wafer thing with the honey and the little bit of weeded taste of that. But
I guess that's why I thought of like the honeycomb.
That's a good
cereal because
it is sweet.
It's sweet, but that particular cereal is not that sweet compared to other cereals.
I'll tell you what, I like this. Except, man, it hits the back of the tongue, and then there's not much of a finish that's going to linger. You do get a little bit of a warm hug at the end, but it's something, but it's so sweet and so like, you know how like wine, it kind of dries you out a little bit sometimes. That's what you get out of this. I don't know if the cask is in this. A little bit of dry. It's probably from the oak barrel.
Marshall asked, does it seem thin? And I wouldn't necessarily describe it as thin.
It's not thin. It's got a decent viscosity. Like I get, and it could be the way I'm sipping, but I get a little bit like of a bubble of the sweetness, and it kind of smooths out. That's when the honey comes in. Then you get the little tinge of that bitterness of like the wafer, or nothing like offensive or anything like that. Nothing like a George Dickel or anything. But it is honeycomb was a good cereal. So
that's what I got.
That's what Ted gets. Which is, I can see you get that because of that sweetness can linger a little bit. But like honey to me is not real sweet. Like the real honey, like the real natural honey.
Real deal.
It's sweet, but there's something there too. So that is good. But I still get that like that caramel vanilla up front. So Scott, I would say it like all the videos we've done. Scott seems to be like on the same page as me on a lot of stuff, and I think he would like this. I like it. This is something you're going to have to be careful, because you could find yourself just sipping. Oh, give me a little bit more of that sip, because it's.
I was going to say, kind of like wine is for me. I'm a bigger fan of wine than he is, but you just sip on wine, and
wow,
of course you sip on bourbon too. However, it's kind of reminds me of how you can sip on a nice, sweet, but not too sweet of a wine, and kind of dry like a wine, like you were saying.
I had to get another little sip of that because I got to score it.
Now that we have a bottle given to us, I was putting this here so everybody could see it.
That is good stuff. Old Elk Cognac Cask finished wheat. And I will have to say that I think that is probably the first Cognac Cask finish anything that I know that we've bought. And I'm pretty sure we've not tried anything like that.
Right. We didn't buy this.
Yeah. And we didn't buy this because it was sent to us.
That's right.
From Old Elk's marketing company for us to review. And that is so cool.
Yes. Thank you.
So I got to give it a score.
What is it going to be? I could just sniff on this and sip. It's very easy. Very easy to enjoy.
It is good. Boy, that sip got a lot of sugary taste to it in the back. So that's telling me, man, this thing's full of flavor. Full of flavor.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have to give this an 84. an 84. So if you look at the scale, that's a really good score.
That's a good score.
So 84 is, well, my scale says it's, and I could just, 80 to 89 is really good. Okay. 90 to 97 superb. 98 100 is the best whiskey ever. We don't have anything in that category. But an 84 is really good. This is a really good. I wouldn't pass it up. Let me give you some other examples of other things that's gotten 84s. Fragrance single barrel cask strength. The Colonel E.H. Taylor bottled in bond. I gave it an 84.
How about that?
Eagle Rare 90 proof I gave that an 84. So it's right there with those. Is it? Now the thing is, it's different. It's not like a traditional bourbon. It is a different thing, but what they're doing is a really good thing. I mean, they're taking these blends pretty serious, and just give blends a chance.
That's right.
Because like the Gem of Kentucky. Did I ever score that? Because that stuff is really good. But wow,
these last couple, this past sip, I get a little bit of, you were saying, I think at the very beginning, and I didn't get it on my first taste, but I just got a hint of it now, is the oak.
Oh, I smelled it. Yeah. I get the oakiness. It's been in the barrel for 7 years. 2 different barrels.
Yeah. But the first few sips I had, I was getting other flavors first. Now I'm picking out the oak. So
and that's what gives it the score of 84 is because it's full of flavors. Like you've got
something different.
You get a little oakiness. The next sip you're going to get more like this honey taste or for honeycomb for her, and then every sip I get caramel and vanilla right up in the front, nice and sweet. And then Marshall said something about dates or raisins, and I can see that. Like, I'm not saying that was the prominent thing, but he put that in my mind, and then I was thinking, might be a little bit.
Those are more bitter than,
but like a golden raisin, though. Those sweet golden raisins.
Yeah, they are more sweet.
Yeah. So,
but I'm getting more sweet, like a.
Well, it's
like a dark grape.
It's a cognac barrel. So cognac is not really wine, but it's kind of like. I mean, I don't know. Y'all are the expert.
Yeah.
I imagine PJ. Let's see. Cognac is. Yeah, it's. Oh, there you go. And say, I don't really know what cognac was, but it says it's produced by twice distilling wine made from grapes grown in any of the designated growing regions. So it's twice distilled wine from grapes. So yeah, that's what that is. So Google had the answer to that. I figured it had to be some wine, especially when I smelled on the nose. So
DJ said full flavors, finding cognac. Yeah. He
said some of typically with characters combining nuts. You know what? That might be that little bitterness that I'm getting. The nuts.
Yeah.
Fruit, caramel, honey, vanilla, or other spices. Not going to lie, I definitely thought it was a port. When I asked that, had to look at it again. No. Oh no, that's right. The port would probably be definitely some raisiny, fruity. But if it's any kind of raisins, it would be that gold raisins because those are really sweeter.
PJ went to Wikipedia. For that one.
But what the wheat, whenever you get a wheat whiskey, it really smooths it out. It's like it's very smooth. And I don't use that term lightly.
Yeah.
This is a very smooth sipping whiskey.
Yeah.
So
For sure. And all of you bourbon lovers, whiskey lovers, if you get a chance to try this, I mean, I think you would definitely agree with that. The smoothness.
Yeah. It's a different from bourbon. I like it better than the Amburana, really. I mean, but that's really different. Amburana is really good too. That's just like,
you know,
it's like, I don't know. Let's see
what I have to like compare those sometime.
That would be a good one to compare. Maybe we do like finished bourbons or something.
That would be fun. Y'all.
So let's see.
Let us know if y'all think that's a good
idea.
Did I
even score the Amburana? RD1. I don't even know if I scored it, did I? That would be a shame.
Well, if you didn't, that gives us something to do in the future.
Yeah, I don't know if I did. I probably scored it. We didn't write it down, or I didn't write it in the book. All right. So, guys, appreciate y'all coming in. We've only got a few people in here, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'm going to save the Bigfoot stories for tomorrow night once we finish the Sweet 16 bourbon battle, because I've got it. What happened is a guy from Virginia watched one of my videos on the Bigfoot. I think it was the one in West Virginia, or the one the one maybe I did the hunt in Mercer County. And he wrote about the experiences he's had in Virginia. It's like 2 pages long. So this is really like 2 pages long that he emailed me about them, and I want to share that with you. But we'll do that tomorrow night during our regular time. Yeah, after we finish it, or maybe interlude. I'll tell a story at a time, because he's got several stories in here. Yep. So, yep. Thanks for everybody coming in.
Yes, thank y'all very much.
Hopefully you'll come back tomorrow night. That was cool. Thank you, Scenario, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
And Old Elk.
We most enjoyed it. Thank you for letting us try it.
Yep. Have a good night, Terry. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks, Terry.
And thank y'all, everybody. We'll see you soon.